Hey, it's Giuseppe with Zenith Home Loans. Hope you're doing great. Today I wanted to just do a quick presentation on a rent versus own sample. Actually, this is from a client that I met with last night, and he's paying currently about $2,200 a month in rent for a two-bedroom place in Denver, and that's going to be going up. So it kind of triggered in his mind, does it make sense to look at buying? And so let me share my screen with you, and I'll kind of show you what we reviewed yesterday, and then how that essentially got him excited about buying and seeing how the numbers all played out. So, okay, so this is our rent versus own analysis. I kind of removed his name, of course, and just called it a $2,200 renter sample. So in his case, he was looking to buy a $400,000 house, and he had about 3% to put towards down payment. Keep in mind, there's also some loan programs like CHAFA that can allow someone to get some down payment assistance, go along with that and buy this type of home for maybe just a few $1,000s. So in this case, though, he's paying $2,200 in rent. He is, of course, taking some standard deductions as a renter, and those, of course, have been doubled over the last couple of years with the new tax law in place. When we look at a 3% down payment place on a $400,000 house, you can expect to have a payment of around $2,300 to $2,400. So certainly on the surface, that looks like it is a higher amount than what he's paying in rent. But when we dig a little deeper, we find that he's going to be increasing his tax deductions by about $170 a month. That means he can adjust his withholdings on his paycheck, take home an extra $170 a month, which already starts to make that payment pretty much in line with what the rent payment was. That's not all, though. On top of that, he's going to be paying down the loan each month. So on this program, every payment he's making is going to be sending $570. That's the very first payment to principal reduction, which is a form of forced savings. So you're paying down the loan each month, and when you end up selling down the road, you owe less, and that you're essentially getting all that money back. So when you take into account the tax benefits and the principal that he's paying down on the loan, this net payment, is actually almost $500 less than paying rent. But that's not all. One of the biggest things that can really help you grow your wealth as a homeowner is the appreciation of the property. So if we scroll down and we say, okay, what does this look like 5 years down the road? Not 30 years, because of course the numbers look amazing then, but even at 5 years, it's pretty exciting when we look at, he could have paid, if he continued to rent, assuming the rent was staying the same, which it wasn't going to be, it was going up, he was going to spend about $132,000 in rent payment over the next 5 years. During that same time period, he could actually be paying down about $38,000 on the mortgage on the house. So that's exciting because, again, that's money that he will get back when he goes to sell the home. And it's a way of automatically saving money each month, almost into a savings account, just paying down the loan. So you'll get that money back because you owe less when you go sell. This is the really exciting part. When we look at net worth over the next 5 years, as a renter, the net worth is zero because he's paying rent, he's paying that $132,000. It's going to pay off someone else's mortgage. But his net worth is actually $113,000 as a homeowner. So how did we come up with that? We look at this scenario here. Let me go ahead and share that screen. Break down some of the details here. So over the next 5 years, he's going to pay $132,000 in rent and pick up about $17,000 in tax benefits with the standard deductions, assuming it remains the same because it is just temporary with the new laws that have gone into place. Flip side on that, as a homeowner, he will have paid $142,000 in total payments. He would have paid down the loan about $37,000. Tax benefits picked up about $20,000, $21,000 in tax benefits. So again, he can take home more money each month. And that is a form of saving. But then we look at the appreciation. I'm just assuming here a 3% rate of appreciation, so a lot less than what we've seen in the Denver market over the last 5 years. But 3% is a conservative number, really in line with the historical average for appreciation. So that home that he paid $400,000 for at 3% appreciation a year is going to be worth $463,000. The loan balance now has been paid down from to $350,000, which means he has $113,000 in equity. So he can sell the home and pocket that money, use it to pay off other debt, invest it, grow his wealth, or put it down on a down payment on a new house. So very significant improvement. If you have any questions or would like me to run some specific numbers for you, please feel free to reach out. I'd love to help. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.